Neath the cloudy cliffs came from the moor then Grendel going, God's anger bare he. The monster intended some one of earthmen in the hall building grand to entrap and make way with. He went under welkin where well he knew of the wine joyous building, brilliant with plating, gold hall of earthmen. Not the earliest occasion he the home and manor of Hrothgar had sought. Ne'er found he in life days later nor earlier hardier hero, Hallthanes more sturdy. Then came to the building the warrior marching, bereft of his joyance. The door quickly opened on fire hinges fastened when his fingers had touched it. The fell one had flung then his fury so bitter, open the entrance. Early thereafter the foeman trod the shining hall pavement, strode he angrily. From the eyes of him glimmered a luster unlovely, likest to fire. He beheld in the hall the heroes in numbers, a circle of kinsmen sleeping together, a throng of thanemen. Then his thoughts were exultant. He minded to sunder from each of the thanemen the life from his body, horrible demon, ere morning came, since fate had allowed him the prospect of plenty. Providence willed not to permit him any more of men under heaven to eat in the night time. Hygelac's kinsmen great sorrow endured, how the dire-mooded creature in unlooked-for assaults were likely to bear him. No thought had the monster of deferring the matter, but on earliest occasion he quickly laid hold of a soldier asleep, suddenly tore him, bit his bone prison, the blood drank in currents swallowed in mouthfuls. He soon had the dead man's feet and hands, too, eaten entirely. Nearer he strode then, the stout-hearted warrior snatched as he slumbered, seizing with hand-grip. Forward the foeman foined with his hand. Caught he quickly the cunning deviser, on his elbow he rested. This early discovered the master of malice, that in Middle-earth's regions, neath the whole of the heavens, no hand-grapple greater in any man else had he ever encountered. Fearful in spirit, faint-mooded waxed he, not off could betake him. Death he was pondering, would fly to his covert, seek the devil's assembly. His calling no more was the same he had followed long in his lifetime. The liege kinsman, worthy of Hygelac, minded his speech of the evening. Stood he up straight, and stoutly did seize him. His fingers crackled. The giant was outward, the earl stepped farther. The famous one minded to flee away farther if he found an occasion, and off and away, avoiding delay, to fly to the fen-moors. He fully was ware of the strength of his grapple in the grip of the foeman. 'Twas an ill-taken journey that the injury-bringing, harrying harmer to Heorot wandered. The palace re-echoed. To all of the Danemen, dwellers in castles, to each of the bold ones, earlmen, was terror. Angry they both were, arch-warders raging. Rattled the building. 'Twas a marvelous wonder that the wine-hall withstood them the bold in battle, bent not to earthward. Excellent earth-hall. But within and without it was fastened so firmly in fetters of iron by the art of the armorer. Off from the sill there bent mead-benches many, as men have informed me, adorned with gold-work, where the grim ones did struggle. The Scylding wise men weened ne'er before that by might and main strength a man under heaven might break it in pieces, bone-decked, resplendent, crush it by cunning, unless clutch of the fire in smoke should consume it. The sound mounted upward novel enough, On the North Danes fastened a terror of anguish on all of the men there who heard from the wall the weeping and plaining, the song of defeat from the foeman of heaven, heard him hymns of horror howl, and his sorrow hell-bound bewailing. He held him too firmly who was strongest of main strength of men of that era. Thank you so much for watching, folks. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing for more videos like this one every Wednesday.